I feel like a person who dresses well, I would perceive them as they're more organized. They're more, they take care of their time, you know, and looks like they're responsible. Like, it really does, it gives a positive feel to a person rather than someone that's dressing really sloppy.
I mean, it kind of like tells the people that you're not caring about like the, I don't know, school, work, or anything. So
it reflects a person's personality, what they think of themselves, how comfortable you are with yourself, how fashionable you are, your lack of fashion sense, how you are maybe trying to fit in with society. And it also shows whether you are a follower or a leader. I think there's a lot in clothes.
Many believe that clothes make the person, but can they predetermine your grades? Does the fabric we wear say more than what we would like them to say?
What you wear is a representation of yourself. Yes, clothes definitely makes a person, it identifies, doesn't necessarily define people, but it does make some sort of connection. I do tell my students it's a rehearsal, if you will, and this rehearsal is going to be prepare students for the real life where they are going to be seen and they will be judged on what they wear, how they behave. But from a distance, one of the things that people just automatically look at is their clothes.
Coming from Mexico, it's very different because in an university environment in Mexico is totally different. Like if you're a college student, you have to dress like almost like professional. You know, it's weird to see someone like wearing like tennis shoes or like, you know, something like jeans, you know, like if you're like me, I'm an accounting major, so like I know some cousins and like friends that go to college in there, like they dress up like business casual and stuff. So I guess it's kind of like not pressure, but you know, like if they do it and they look good, you know, and they want to act professional and stuff, like I guess it's one of the motivations that I get.
But how important are first impressions?
It's a big indication to me personally of how they will behave, because if they take care of what they wear, how they're dressed, how they have their clothes pressed, their shirts pressed or not, or if it's wrinkled or dirty, that's a representation of them, and it kind of gives me an indication how they are with their school preparation. So I think if you take the time to dress well and prepare your clothes attire and take your time and look and trying to look well for other people or for yourself for that matter, it's an indication of how you're going to also, whether or not you're going to be excelling in your school and your education.
I know like some professors like told me like, oh, thank you for dressing up, you know, not a lot of people do. And I'm like, well, yeah, of course, because you have to represent that you are professional, you are a person that's clean and has education. It tells a lot if you are a reliant person, you know.
Self-presentation research says that sometimes we try to accomplish different goals by the way we present ourselves, like the kinds of objects we surround ourselves with, the kind of vehicle that we use if we have one to travel in, how we decorate our environments. So I think clothes could be a mechanism of self-presentation and help us achieve goals. I think the research on conformity talks about normative social influence, where we're picking up on what's expected of us, the norms that society in general or our subculture, our peers, our family members, our workplace, what those expectations hold for us. And we might, even if no one asks us or tells us to dress a certain way, we might start picking up on what's appropriate or what's cool. But if we're doing it because everyone else does it, that's normative social influence that we're succumbing to. so that we don't look like an oddball who's actually wearing normal clothes to class.
Despite the fact that there are no dress codes, many teachers agree that pajamas are never appropriate in the classroom.
Perhaps there needs to be an intervention, which I've had to do, because the student really didn't know it was inappropriate what they were wearing. It was pajamas. It was literally rolling out of bed in the same pajamas that you slept in all night, going to all your classes in those pajamas. No shower, maybe brushing your teeth, going home, doing homework, going to bed in the same clothes and waking up the next morning. So sometimes it does require some kind of intervention. Sometimes it's just, I saw this on TV, this is how people live. But if it's every day of the week that people are doing this, then intervene.
While other students don't think it makes any difference.
I don't judge people. They can wear whatever they want.
I think here it's more of it's pretty liberal. Some people go to class in their pajamas. There's some people, a lot of the athletes really, they go to class in sweats and sandals and socks. But I think it's very unique into what you want to wear.
Yes, this is a college environment where you're engaging a lot of personal growth, but your professional growth is really important, and embracing that, even if you have different parts to yourself. You have the student part where you hang out with your friends and you can relax and let your hair down, but you also at the same time are developing your professional identity and respecting yourself enough to dress accordingly.